Yeah, yay. It would not let me on. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's bad. Okay. Hello, hello. Yes, it wouldn't let me on. I had to like close everything, reopen. It told me Carol was in a meeting. And I was like, no, I'm the meeting tonight. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, I just realized I need to grab one thing. One sec, Karen.
Can I rub your chest? No. Doesn't it feel nice? You can't reach your chest yourself.
Oh, okay, good. I need it. I was like, shh, they're hearing all of that. But the microphone goes when you're making noise. But, oh no, it is.
All right, I'm back. Today is a fun day with my kids at home. OMG. I have been screaming at them all day. Ah! Anyone have those days? My gosh. I'm like, I just told my husband, I was like, it's my Zoom meeting. The kids are in the backyard. Deal with them. He's like, I was going to stop at Home Depot, but I probably shouldn't. No, get home now before you lose a child. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My clock says 4:31. We're here. Yay, yay, yay. Christine, I haven't seen you in forever. I love you. Hi. Yay. All right. So, yep. See, here comes one now. She's just leaving stuff. Thank you. All right. How's everyone doing? Week 2, beauty school, summer. I hope you're moving, shaking. Things are happening. I don't know what's going on, but I hope a little something is. So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about working with the tools you got. And so I think with that, with that, my thought came solely from the micro kit. Okay. I don't know if you guys are working with this micro kit to the fullest of its ability and using it really to build your business. But I honestly have been using it. I think it is such an amazing tool. I think that the company has truly given us a blessing. Okay. What I have found is that my new consultants who are coming in with the micro kit are fully working their business. They're not coming in as kidnappers anymore because the $24 worth of tools is not worth in product, right? And so I find that this $24 kit has been an absolute blessing. And so the first thing that I wanted to go over with you guys tonight is the first tool that I think is essential to everyone. It doesn't matter if you have been building your business a day, a month, a year, 10 years. It doesn't matter. I think that this Start Something Beautiful magazine is an amazing, amazing tool. And now the coolest thing about it is that the majority of you all got it, or it is available for you to order if you haven't. If you are a seasoned consultant and you don't know where yours are or yours is, you can order one. But this tool, like I got like all my little post-its here of all my favorite pages. So when I talk to consultants and I talk to them about it, then I can go through this. But I truly believe that this tool is something that we forget about. And us as beauty consultants, we always ask, we always ask and we always try to find answers about things. What does this mean? Or how do we do this? Or where can I find this? Or what is this? Or, you know, and so on. This book pretty much answers the majority of those questions. Surprisingly, it does. Okay, it's pretty stinking cool. So everything we need is actually, I find, it's in front of us. And the topics us as sales directors teach you guys, majority of them will come from the basics of this book in some shape or form. And so I feel like I think it's important for you guys to know that what we teach you is built on the principles of the company. And so anything that we teach you has been taught to us in some sort of way by the company. And you just hear it differently, or, you know, everybody hears and catches things a little bit differently. But I find that this little book is a tool that all of us should be using in growing our business. And so I really enjoy July 1st because it's a new year, a new me. And I get to start off fresh as a brand new beauty consultant too. I get to set new goals for myself. I get to set new challenges. I get to outlook everything new, just like a new beauty consultant was. And now I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but I kind of play that game with myself. Okay, it's July 1st. I'm a brand new beauty consultant. If I was a brand new beauty consultant, what would I do? I kind of joke at myself and I would say, what would Raven do? If I was a brand new beauty consultant, how would she teach me how to build my business right now? And so I think it's important sometimes for us as seasoned consultants as well, to go back into our business and look at how we're building our foundation and start building from the ground up using the tools Mary Kay provides for us. Because when you have new beauty consultants come in on your team, you're going to want to coach them that way, right? From the ground up, building that foundation. Now, the first few pages of this book talk about Mary Kay's story, okay? And some of the stories and the legacies that have been created because of Mary Kay. And so often we ask, well, I don't really talk about Mary Kay's story because I don't really know it, or I don't know how to talk about it, or I don't want to say it wrong. You know, I honestly would take a highlighter and I would go in and I would read these words and I would sit this down and I would prepare that as if I would learn it and take it in as if I was going to talk it and teach it to somebody else. Okay. That's just my style of learning and the way I am. I like to highlight things and read things over, and just so that it's there in front of me, right? So that is there for us, the story right off the beginning. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but 6 steps to success, it teaches you how to get going right from the beginning. It talks about the welcome video. So all of your new consultants get a welcome video when they start Mary Kay. It's an email that comes out from the company. And did you know that that email in that video is a companion to this? That they're like sisters and they go together and they go to coach you together? Okay, I didn't know that until I read this book like 3 times, because we miss things, right? We miss details. We miss those important things. Now, I don't know about the new ones, but I'm assuming that they still come with this picture. I don't think they would have had time to make a new one with the micro kit. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter if it's a new one or old one. I don't think it matters at all. Okay. The next thing in here that it talks about that I really, really like, that I feel like a lot of people don't do or aren't doing, is creating their story. And so it talks about here creating your I story and the words you say. So my unit and I have been practicing something, and our girls' night outs, one of the things that we've been doing in our facials and our makeovers is we've been planting seeds about Mary Kay through each of us at every event. So I get the girls to talk about who they are, what they did before Mary Kay, what has come out of their starter kit, maybe what held them back from getting started. And I get them to speak on that at the beginning. And so it's planting those seeds as becoming a little bit of their I story, so that if they are interested in Mary Kay in future, then I can follow up with them and see what connected with them. So it talks about that in here. So to create a beautiful I story, you know, it gives you the list of things that you can consider talking about. So I mean, lots of cool things. All right. The next thing in here that I wanted to talk about, let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, okay. This is probably one of my favorites. So people always ask me, I don't know how to do the money. I don't know how to do this. And, you know, to be honest, that's like was never one of my strong points, is managing the money, until I started managing the money. Until I actually was like, oh gosh, I need to do something proper with this money. It just was like going everywhere, because, you know, you go to a party and you make $100 and you have $100 cash, and you go home and your husband says, we need milk and bread. And you're like, oh, sweet, I got $100. And then all of a sudden your Mary Kay's money gone. Okay. Well, let me tell you, I never started making money in Mary Kay until I stopped doing that. So this talks about building the foundation. It talks about the 60-40 split. It talks about all the different things, how to build your foundation from the ground up, selling products, team building. It's all in there for you. I love it. Okay. So I know that we've all started doing our business virtual, and we've all started doing our business virtual now, which feels like a little bit different than in person. But honestly, here's what I find is that it's really not. I feel like everything I'm doing, like I did in person, I am doing the same, but virtually. And so I am still focusing on my perfect start and my power start. And that talks about it in here. I love it. It's all in this book for you, laid out. So to me, you know, I wouldn't be able to build my business if I didn't have a focus. And for me, a perfect start and a power start is always my focus, no matter what, right? Focus, focus, focus. Just recently, we had our preferred customer program come out, and I don't know about the other sales directors on here, but I got calls, like texts every single day saying, what's PCP? How do I do it? What does this mean? You know, maybe you as recruits and who have team, maybe your team members were asking you, and you're like, well, you don't really know how to figure it out and to teach that. But 2-page spread on the preferred customer program. The details are all in there. It actually gives you all the information and some. So, you know, it's a great tool. Okay, bookings. How many times have you heard bookings are the lifeline of your business? Yep, okay. Here it is. This is how we start and how we do everything. This book gives you a list of people. And so one of the things I do with what my new consultants, when their kits come in, I tell them, I'm like, hey, open it up on page 45, because on there, it tells you about how to start booking your parties, and it gives you a list of people. So let's make this list together. Let's go through your friends and family base and let's do this list together. And you know, I bet you if you went in here and you looked at this list, there would be some people on there that you didn't think of in the first place or recently, right? So that is a really good one. So, okay, scripts. How many of you recently has asked your director or recruiter for a script of some sort? Show of hands. Yep, it's a true thing. Did you know that there are scripts in here for all occasions? Scripts, words, dialogues. Oh my gosh, they're actually made on cards that you can cut out and have in front of you should you choose to. Okay, that's how cool these are. I still am a big fan of this. Linda Tupin, I think it was Tammy Craik launched this a few years ago, and it was her booking bubble customer call sheet. I still have one that I use. Booking bubble, this thing. I love it. The company created a new one for us. It's cuter. It's in here. I'm all about cute. I don't know why. I like a cute tracking sheet. If I have to look at it every day, it's got to be cute. That's my thoughts. So that's in here. So when the company put that in here, I'm like, yes, thank you, Mary Kay. Thank you, Mary Kay. Now, I know that a lot of people often are like, oh my gosh, I don't, these virtual parties, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about it. Like, people are nervous about that. And so the thing is, I treat my classes virtually just like they were a real class, like I would have done at someone's home at the kitchen table with one people, 3 people, 4 people. I treat it the exact same. And you know what the coolest thing is? From pages 58, 59, 60, 61, and I think it's 63, it gives you instruction for your party from open, middle, and close. It tells you what to do. It tells you how to do your introductions. It talks about coaching the hostess. It talks to you during the party. The only difference I do is the time difference, because now you're doing everything a little virtually. I mean, my classes virtually aren't taking that long, right? The skincare is not going to take you 25 minutes to do unless they have samples to play with you with, which we're going to do here shortly. But you don't need to take 2 hours to do a skincare class anymore. That's the cool thing about virtual now, is that you can do more appointments in less amount of time and back to back to back if you needed to. So you're during your party, you're after your party. There's tips from the pros in here about skincare classes after the party, how to follow up, doing your 2+2. I mean, guys, are you hearing me on this? How like this is like your holy Bible of Mary Kay. I think it's a tool that we're forgot about that we really should pull out and like take a look at again, okay? I want to highlight just a few more pages. For me, I'm still operating, like I said, very much the same. So my first appointment, first and foremost, very much the same: booking, selling, rebooking, and recruiting. I am true. Somebody just pulled it out of the recycling bin. Yes, thank you. Oh man, good for you. Okay. Yes. Okay. It doesn't matter how old or whatever it is. I'm telling you, this book it's pure gold. Book, sell, rebook, recruit. That is still my motto. I was told that when I first started Mary Kay, and I still do that till this day. Book an appointment, sell to them, rebook them, and recruit them. I still, till this day, that is my motto that I follow. So I'm very much a skincare gal for the first appointment. Now, I know you guys are very blessed to have really, really fancy, cool directors that do all these cool, different things at their skincare classes. I mean, it's awesome. I'll tell you guys are going to laugh, but this is so honest to God truth. I'm going to do the look cards with you tonight, like I would at a skincare class. And Nadia says to me, well, just do colors. Like, what colors would match with their eyes? And I was like, well, you're going to have to teach me that first before I can teach them, because I'm like, put that on, take it off. Oh, that looks good. I like it. That's me. Okay, guys, I hope that I give you hope that you realize that this business doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be technical. You don't have to know everything, because I would have failed a very long time ago. Okay, so I know skincare. So on my girls' night outs for my team, we do skincare every Thursday night. And I'll just change the skincare, one little thing every single time. Because to me, skincare is our bread and butter, and that's where we make our money, and that gives us the longevity in our business. And so that is what I do first and foremost, is I sell skincare. So every first appointment is always skincare. Even if they want to do brows with me, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, for sure, we'll do your brows, but first we need to wash your face, because we can't do brows on a dirty face. Like, I'll tell them that, and they're like, what? My face is not dirty. And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? Then my second appointment is color. And now the company has these tools. Like, you guys, thank you, Mary Kay. So most of my first appointments are, depending if it's like a one-on-one, if they don't have products, if I don't have them samples to give, because I'm not really rolling with a whole lot of samples. I'm going to start to here a little bit, but I've just was doing the app, the Skin Analyzer app. That was my first appointment with people. Skincare, first appointment, skincare. Follow up, second appointment, glamour, look cards. Yay, look cards. I can do look cards, you guys. I can do them. You know why I can do them? Does anybody know why I can do them? Because the instructions are on the card. Thank you, Mary Kay. Okay. I hope I'm giving you guys hope here. I like really hope I give you hope. So the instructions are on the card. Oh my gosh. I mean, if they fail, it's okay. We fail together because the instructions are on the card. It doesn't matter. So that's what I'm doing. Look cards are easy. I want it to be easy. I don't want it to be complicated. That is how the whole basis of my business is built. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. The next section is in here. It talks about some of the reasons why we team build. Did you guys know that there's a section in this book to help you recruit? For all of you that said, I don't know how to share the opportunity. I don't know how to bring people on my team. I don't know how to do a career chat. Well, let me tell you that on page 88, it tells you how. Okay. I mean, it talks about the 4-point recruiting plan. I just taught this at in Richmond, that event. Oh gosh, what was that event called? The event we just had in Richmond that everything else got canceled. Oh, I don't remember what it was called, but that event. I actually just got taught the 4-point recruiting plan. And I forgot that it was in here until I like went over this again. I mean, often you have to go back and look at things. You can't just read something once and remember it, right? You can't read something twice, 7 times and remember it, truly and honestly. It's kind of one of those things like that you say, you hear it over and over and over again. You got to keep going back and learning these things and taking a highlighter. And, you know, sometimes I'll highlight in pink. Today I'll go over and highlight in pink all the things I learned. And then tomorrow I'll go look and highlight in yellow and be like, oh, I didn't learn that yesterday. And like learn all the new things that you're going to learn. It's crazy what you can learn. But the possibilities of every aspect of this business are in this book. Perks. Did you guys know you get perks with Mary Kay? You probably wouldn't unless you read this book or unless you went on In Touch, My Business, Perks, all that kind of stuff. And if you are anything like me, don't tell the company, maybe do. In Touch overwhelms the bejesus out of me. There's so many steps and clicks and links. And so, I mean, if I could have a book in front of me that gives me all the answers and I don't have to go search the internet, thank you, Lord. I am happy as heck. So you get perks. Do you guys know that you get a discount at Staples for printing stuff? Do you guys know that? You get a discount. Do you know that you get a discount at Waydell Insurance for your products and for your business? For when people come to your home, you can get it. You can get an insurance, like direct sellers insurance thing about it. I don't know details, but I was told I needed it, so I got it. I mean, it's super cheap, and apparently I'm covered. So yay, that's all that matters, right? Your credit card transactions, you have options. I mean, they're all in there. I recently just went to Strictly ProPay, only for the reason of just being strictly one thing, and email transfers. And during COVID, I just asked everybody to email transfer me, and because it was easy, no transactions, and they were like, okay. And so now 90% of my customers pay by email transfer because that's what I told them to do. Imagine that. They listened. I can't even believe it. And now they just keep paying by email transfer. I love it. It's great. So I also recently, don't laugh at me because somebody will, I'm sure. I recently found out you can do auto deposit into bank accounts. So I set up an auto deposit into my Mary Kay account, and now people just pay me and it goes right in to my Mary Kay account. I don't even have to click, yes, I'll take your money. It goes right in there. Here's something else you guys may not know. Nadia, I know that was me. I can't even believe it. One of my customers coached me through this, and she said, Raven, why don't you just do this? I'm like, I have to send you passwords all the time. This is so silly. Here's the other thing, guys. BMO. You have a partnership with BMO through Mary Kay, and you can open up a bank account and have 14 different separate bank accounts off of this one account. I know it sounds crazy, but when you get to a level of building your business where you have all these different accounts, it comes really, really, really handy, okay? And that $14.95 is a tax write-off. But the other thing I like about BMO is that when those customer direct deposits go into my bank account, their names show up. So I know who sent me the money. Now, my other 2 bank accounts, their names don't show up. So I don't know what it is about BMO, but their names show up. So when I go and just to check everybody who's paid me, I can just be like, yep, because their names are all there. So email transfers, the notifications that I get into my email now, I just delete them. Because I know they're going into my bank account and their names are there and I know that they got it. I mean, these tools that are here for us are all, like, so many of them in this little Bible. So I carry this one with me in my day planner. I'm a day planner freak, guys. I always have a day planner. I know people use their phones for technology and stuff. That's not me. I'm super old school. I hope I give you hope, because you too can be a tap director. Okay, so yeah, I stick mine in the back and I have it at all times. So if somebody asks me a question and they're like, hey, do you know anything about this? I'm going to go up to the front page where it gives me my table of contents, and they're going to say, oh, do you know, how can you tell, how much does it cost for the PCP send-outs? Okay, well, obviously I know that answer, but if I didn't, I'm going to be like, okay, PCP is here, it's on page blah blah, I'm going to go, and then I can help my team. So this is like a really, I think it's huge. I know so many people take this book and throw it in the recycling. I mean, some people just throw it in the garbage. How dare them? Okay, I have this book everywhere. I honestly think I have, like, I do. So I order extra for my new consultants, because if they come and they don't have one, or if I'm like trying to do some coaching with them, then I give them one. Like, that's how much I feel like it's handy, because, or else I'm just printing out handouts all the time, like that bubble sheet and things like that. So this is a really great little tool. Okay, so hear my heart on this. Go through that book and read it over and over and over and over again, and learn all the different things that about Mary Kay through this book. Okay. Okay, before I go on to my next part of tonight, I want to know what you learned from this book. I want you to unmute yourself if you can. Tell me, what did you learn? Did you learn something about this book that you didn't know before? Nobody wants to share?
I'll be honest, I think I threw mine in the recycle bin 7 years ago.
You can order it on section 2. Or walk over to your director's house and grab one. That's me. Anybody else? What do you?
I learned about the insurance. I don't have insurance on my business, and I probably should have. I'm just hoping that I'm covered through my house insurance, but I didn't know that was in there.
But you know what the answer to that is? You're not. It's a different insurance.
Okay.
Because you operate a business. It's super cheap.
24 years later, I better get with the program.
I know, right? There we go. Here we go. I didn't know that either, but one of my good friends works for an insurance company here in town, and she's like, no, Raven, it's completely different. If your customer falls and slips on your driveway, you are liable. And I'm like, oh, here in Prince George, where we have 12 feet of snow, that's maybe something I should consider.
So look into that.
There you go.
It's usually an add-on for house insurance, but it is separate. You have to specifically ask to add it on. You have to tell them you run a home-based business, how much inventory you do or don't have in the house, and then just as Raven mentioned, the liability.
What I've found and what I've heard from most people is that this one is a significantly cost difference than adding on to your house one.
Okay.
So I didn't know that. And don't worry, Rose. I'm very new to the insurance thing too. I've only had it for a few years, and I've had tons of inventory for years, but I didn't know that. So we don't know unless we're told, right? Or unless we go and research it and think about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else learn something from that?
That I needed to pull it out of the recycle bin.
Amen, sister. Amen. I mean, I know. And it's funny because we were given, when I first started Mary Kay, we were given our consulting guide. And this was like, I have one in my office. I have one right here. I kept one. Just kidding. I thought, yeah. We had one of these, a consulting guide. And it's like a big thick book, and it was a little bit harder to carry around. I still got my like paper clips and my notes and stuff. But I mean, the chances of anybody reading this book from front to cover is very unlikely. I mean, it's like for real, right? So that's why they made it more simplified, more chic, more tangible, right? Like more something that's there and visible for you to use. So yeah, super awesome. Check it out, you guys. You never know. I mean, you might have these dying questions. I always say to my girls, you know, go and try to find the answers first, because that makes you stronger as a leader, as a consultant, just to be able to go and find those answers and to see where they are. All the answers are in front of us. And yeah, totally, we don't mind helping you and answering questions for you guys. But I just feel like there's some kind of like confidence thing and like power thing that you're like, yeah, I needed this and I got it. Oh yeah, I could do this, right? So I think that's just something to keep in mind, right? What are you showing us, Christine? Oh, Christine got jewelry in the mail from me today. Yay. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys a little bit of something that I'm doing. Again, working with the tools that you have and possibly a little bit of extra. Now, everybody, even new consultants, are going to get look cards. They're going to get the brown look cards in their kit, in the micro kit, but it doesn't matter. Like I said earlier, colors, like it doesn't matter. It says brown, blue, greens, whatever. If they have the brown cards, use the brown cards. That's my jam, okay? Use whatever is in front of you with the tools that are available for you, okay? So here's something that I'm doing. I don't remember if I talked to you guys about this because I told everybody I don't remember. But I put these little beauty boxes together. Okay, so in these little beauty boxes, I created a little, here's what I'm gonna do, is my goal in the next 60 days is to facial 60 women. So I bought 60 of these little tiny, what are they called? To-go sets. I bought 60 of them, okay? Conveniently, the company put them on sale. I took advantage. Doesn't matter if they're on sale because I think they're genius. So here's what I did, is I put this little kit together, and it's like a little beauty sesh box. Inside has the kit, a Fanorama, a charcoal mask. It has the little, I put one of these, and it has a face cloth and an iPad in it for them. And then it has the look card, a hostess package, and a referral thing, and then a lookbook, okay? Also has the little applicators. Hold on. So my mission, oh, let's take it apart. So my mission over the next 60 days is to facial 60 women. And so I calculated how much these cost, and it's and I put a little mirror in there. I got these like old mirrors from like forever ago. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't want to waste them. So might as well just put them in there, right? And it's a brand new one, happens to have it. So I put it in there for them. Just a little something. You guys don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be fancy. They could just do whatever. And so this retail value works out to be, in my day planner, I think it's a $59 value. It's a $59 value, including what the samples and stuff would cost. So I tell my customers, I said, hey, listen, I'm in a contest, and I'm in a mission to see 30 women do 30 facials in the next 30 days. And I wanted to see if you were interested in one of my beauty sesh boxes. So it's a $59 value, and it costs $29 taxes in. So for me, that's what I worked out to be, because what it cost, the actual cost of it was $29.75. So I thought, okay, 29 bucks, simple, easy. If they hate it, whatever, not a big deal. So I'm going to just say, I am saying to them, I've been saying, so it's $59 value for $29. You get a full travel size set, which is $29 value alone, plus a mascara, which is a $21 value alone. So you get to try these new products. But the only thing is that you and I have to do a 30-minute facial and a makeover together using the kit. How's that sound? And so I've already booked 5 people, and I just rolled it out 2 days ago. And And now I'm just going to go drop off their kits at their house. So I'm just doing this with people locally so that I could put the kits in their box and do the appointment. Now I'm going to walk them through this. I'm going to walk them through the facial part of it with your to-go set. And then I'm just going to close the set as normal. The reason I am doing this, I know that Melissa and Nadia and Angie last week talked about this really awesome idea with a roll-up bag that they're giving out, and I love it. Like we masterminded some great ideas from it today. My personal thought right now and my personal focus is on building a relationship, and I want a team build. I'm about to offspring a new director, and that means I need to get working, right? And so I want to be able to book, sell, rebook, and recruit each person. So if I can get in their space and I can coach them how to do it and how to build their business, then it's so much easier. Now, I don't want you guys to go spend $100 on samples and stuff. That is not my jam. I am not a sample queen. I don't spend a lot of money on Section 2 like ever. But my thought with this is for me building a personal relationship with people. And I went and bought 60 of these. You know why I bought 60 of these? Now I have to do it, or else I have 60 to-go sets that expire early next year, right? So I have to do it. To me, I ordered 60 more Panoramas to put in here in this little set, okay? So, I mean, I have to do this, right? How else do we hold ourselves accountable? To me, this is the easiest way. I have them ready. Like you can see, there's a bunch of them here ready to go on my desk. Now I'm calling people. Here's the other thing I didn't offer. I didn't offer normal to dry. I don't want to think about it. I just did combination oily. If they don't like it, I'll buy them a normal to dry. It's very simple. It's a 1-month supply. Not a big deal. When they reorder, if they're not loving it, they're feeling it's not giving them enough hydration, we'll do normal to dry. I mean, you can. I'm just operating with 60. I mean, I'm pumping them in and out, right? So that's what I'm working with. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it by following this book. I'm going to go through and make a list of everybody I haven't facialed in the last little bit. I'm going to write their names down. I'm going to call them. And I'm going to say, hi, this is Raven calling with Mary Kay. I'm calling because I'm in a challenge. My sales director has challenged me to see 30 faces in 30 days, and I thought of you. Guys, has that sound familiar? I mean, is that not the words that you have been saying for the last 5, 10, 20 years in your business? Nothing has to change. I would love to do this with you, blah, 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 blah. You heard what I said before, right? It's simple. It's easy. I'm going to use this to help me guide me. I'm going to use my bubble sheet to keep me accountable and make sure, because Tammy Craig said that in order, well, let me see if I can quote this properly. Tammy Craig said, if you did a bubble sheet a month, you'd be a star consultant. If you did a bubble sheet a week, you'd be in a red jacket. If you did 2 bubble sheets a week, you would be either, I think you would be a sales director. I don't remember that. Adele, I'll tell you in a minute. Don't worry, I'll catch you back up. But yes, so I'm going to use my bubble sheet back to the basics. Like, that is one thing about me that you will learn, is that I am so about the basics. But the basics work, right? You don't have to complicate things. The only difference now is that we're doing it like this. And, you know, if I drop that off at her home and her and I do it, I do have a hostess plan in there for them. I'm going back to the old school Angie Stoker. Nadia's going to know this one. Angie Stoker said, if they have 1 guest, they get 1 product for 50% off. 2, they get 2 products. 3, they get 3. If they have 4 friends, then they get 50% off everything. Like, that's what I'm going to do, because right now I need to build. I have a mission to build my personal team again. And how do we do that? By personal faces, personal parties, right? So speed of the leader is the speed of the gang. If you want to build and you want to see the faces, then it all starts with us, okay? Now, the girls asked me to do this with you, but I may not, but I'll just tell you what I would do. Okay, so skincare. I would walk them through the skincare. The nice thing about these is that you can mail them out too. You don't have to put everything together in one little kit. You could just do, Angie talked about it last week. It's $1.25 to mail out one of these little guys. It's $1.25 if you take these out of the box to mail them, or $1.95 to mail them to somebody. So you could mail that to somebody and it only costs you $1.95. Okay. That is so easy too. You don't have to go to anybody's home and drop off the packages. You don't have to give them all this kind of stuff. Listen, this is stuff I had kicking around. That's why I'm using it. I mean, I did not buy a single extra thing to go in here because it just has to be simple. I just need to put product on people's faces. Okay. So you could mail those out. Color cards don't even need an envelope. They don't. They truly get a little sticker. You can put it on the back of it. I mail everything in cello bags. Lord, I love cello bags. I mail everything in cello bags. Like this, I would mail this just like this. I would close it and I would mail it just like that. I mean, I mail everything in cello bags. So the cool thing is, guys, I hope you're hearing my heart on this, that this doesn't have to be complicated. If you are afraid of doing appointments and seeing faces, you gotta figure out how to get past that. It doesn't have to be complicated. I mean, get little applicators and coach them through it. It is that easy. You will tell them, okay, number 1 says we're taking the hazelnut, and the hazelnut, it says apply on the eyelid. So we're gonna take the hazelnut, you're gonna take a little bit of it. And I would tell them, here's what I tell them is draw an imaginary line down the middle because you need enough for both eyeballs, okay? You need enough for both. So I do that and I say, okay, take one side of the hazelnut and do this and put it on the inner corner of the eye, okay? And then I take another hazelnut on the other one and we do the other side of the eye. Oh gosh. Okay, so very, very easy. The next step, it says, let's read here. We're taking Emerald Noir and you're gonna shadow it on the crease. So you're gonna shadow it on the crease. So I always coach them to start on the outside and work their way in because just the shape of my eyes, if you go any farther, I look like this. I sat like angry and all these kinds of crazy faces. So I take my emerald and I say, I start where I want it to finish. So I want it to finish here and I go like this. Oh, I should just do this. Are you guys, is this making sense? Is this explaining it good enough? Okay, okay. So then I just do that. And then I come in and I go into the crease. And then I say, take your other one, because those are both 30 now, and use your lightest one. That's your biscotti. You're gonna highlight and you're gonna blend in. Blend in. And that's it. Guys, teach them to do the 2-finger things with the cheek. I put a cotton ball in there. Cotton ball, so they can do that. The Desert Rose, our old ones used to be like the kissy ones that you could do. I still teach that. I say, pull it off, kiss it, rub your lips together. Like that's easy. That's what I like to do. And that's it. Guys, I mean, I hope you're hearing me on this, that it is simpler than we think. It is easier than we think. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. It can be simple and easy, back to the basics, step by step. I mean, we're all new consultants. July 1st, it's a new year. So I challenge you to go back and read this book. Go over the things that you don't know. Fill in the blanks of how you can build your business and move yourself forward, okay? All right, any questions? Oh, I know I need to answer Adele's question. So what I'm putting in here. So think about it as a facial with a charcoal mask. That's what's in here. So anything that you would need, except for eye makeup remover. I pooped the bed last month and last quarter, and I missed my PCP. Not the one we just had, but the one before that. So I couldn't order the mini eye makeup removers. But if I had, I probably would have put those in there too. I totally probably would have, but I didn't. And so now they're not getting one. Simple. Okay. So very, very simple. Again, what am I having here? So just so that you guys know, I have a mirror. You don't need a mirror. I just have them. So they're going in. A little to-go kit, a charcoal mask, a washcloth, an iPad. I don't know why, because they have no eye makeup remover, but that's okay. And a cotton ball. A Panorama mascara. And a look card. I also have my hostess program, a lookbook, and a team building card. So my sole purpose of this is to work my business full circle. Okay. I am on a mission to restock my team, rebuild my team. And so in order to do that, I need to personally see faces and sell and build relationships and teach them smartly and easily. Okay. And so by teaching them how to do a skincare class individually and coaching them through it as if they are my next team member has always been successful for me. And teaching it as it would be a party. Okay. And like it's their first party. I always do that. You guys, I keep my flip chart still beside me through every skincare class till this day. Okay. I could read the stupid chart from front to back, but I keep it there so that they see that they don't need to know how to do it. I keep the flip chart there. I know the whole thing front to back. I mean, I've used it enough now that it's embedded in my brain, but I still keep it there. Okay. Well,
Question? Can I ask you a question? Did you say you put a team building card in there?
yeah,
Now, what is a team building card look like?
you can get them in section 2 on Mary Kay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll look. Didn't
No
see that.
problem. Or really and truly and honestly, you could print something out and put it in there.
Okay.
I'm sure your director has some kind of team building brochure.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Anybody else? Questions? Takeaways? What did you learn tonight that you're going to go home with and rock and implement? Christy.
Sorry, I'm outside. So I think for me, did I see tabs in your book there? I think I want to tab the sections of my book. I've got 2 of them. My first go around was in 2011, so I have like 3 different consultant guides.
Totally. You know what? Honestly, though, you don't need 3 because
No, but I didn't want to throw them out.
So funny. I said that to one of my consultants this morning. She's been keeping a goal or yesterday. She keeps her goal poster, and I said, "How long do you need to keep your goal posters for? Until you don't need to keep that stuff anymore, right? Cut it up, cut them up, use them for goal posters, and then get rid of the old ones. Keep one. That's your Bible. Have one as a Bible." Totally funny. Love it. Anybody else? Takeaways? Questions? Nope. Okay.
I'm just gonna read through that little bits every night before bed. It'll be
I
like
mean-
my story.
Totally. You know, I always coach like 15 minutes of motivation or learning or something every day. But if you just read a little bit and kind of just read it over and over and over again, I mean, a lot of it is stuff that we do need to read over, even for myself, right? Honestly, I think there's so many different things in here that when I even go back and read it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I should probably do that. Oh, I didn't even think to say that, right? Like those words and talking to people about it, or following up like on the preferred customer calls. Like there's tips and stuff on there. How to say that. Love it. Okay. Carol, what's a chance you did or is she still here? I don't know if she's still here. No, I need to do I need to do a prize. Anybody else takeaways or questions or ideas to add off of that? I mean,
I just want to say that I forgot how awesome that Get Started book was. And it has been a year since I've looked at it.
yeah.
I'll be pulling it out.
Yay. I mean, I think it's good. I really like it. Okay. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I forgot about this, guys. I could have did this earlier.
I also, I mean, it seemed like a no-brainer, But I like the idea that it doesn't matter how many times you say that. You can say, my director gave me a challenge to do 30 faces in 30 days. Like, even if you've done it already, you can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Totally. It's so true. I still say that. And people are like, you have a director? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do. But she didn't challenge me that, but that's okay. I'm still learning. I'm always growing. And that's the other thing, like with my girls' night outs and when on these Zooms that I'm doing, like for my guest events with the girls, I tell my guests, I'm like, hey, listen, come on and do this call with me. It may be really awesome, but it might be a train wreck because I'm still pivoting through this whole new virtual thing, right? And I'm like, it could be good and it could be not awesome, but come help me train and learn. And they're always receptive. They're always like, yeah, absolutely, I'll help you. Like, I'll totally do that. So, I mean, you guys, it's not a bad thing. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. But it's not a bad thing to ask for help, right? Nadia was a Cadillac director and she asked Jose Anjou for practice 8 times. Yes, I love it. I remember her telling that. And Jose said on stage, she said her first thoughts were, this girl must be really bad at her job. But I'll help her because clearly she needs it. I mean, whatever it takes, right? She got a national sales director. Like, yay. Okay, tickets. You guys know that this is how I do my crazy tickets. Okay. I made a mess. Okay. Melissa! Whoop, whoop. Melissa Richardson, I'm sending you a present. Whoop, whoop. That's like almost like fair since she did a call for me today. Yay. Okay. Ladies, I hope that a tidbit from today helped you and inspired you to do a little bit more in your business. I always just say, if you could do a little bit more every single day, where would that take you? Where would you be? What would your business look like if you just did a little bit more? If you've seen 1 extra face this week or 3 extra faces, I mean, whatever that may be, if you did a little bit extra more, what would your business look like? We're coming up to the end of the month, so we probably should get our bicycles going again and our pedals moving and working ourselves a little bit harder to finish up. If you haven't done your 600 yet, you guys go and sell some product. It's only $600 this week and $600 next week to get a $600 order in and an extra $600 in your pocket. It's the first month of the consistency. And for the entire year, you don't want to miss the first month. You don't want to miss the first month, okay? So go and get it done. Do something awesome. Use your book, use whatever tools you need, and just make this week awesome. All right? Have a great week, ladies. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Raven.
Thank you.